Bob Ryan, Jeff Goodman here for CLNS Media on the Garden Report, talking Celtics with a big play-in win. Bob, are you excited?
Well, I was entertained and happy that I was root for him, but I wasn't sure. I walked away with obviously the number one takeaway is Jayson Tatum, and the number two takeaway was this game more about the Celtics or the Wizards. And the Wizards did not play the way they had been playing coming in. Now, part of that was Beal perhaps simply not being up to par. Disagree. Westbrook did not have a dynamic game. He's so good. He still put up interesting numbers, but nothing like he's been doing. There was never and yet they were up by 2 at the half, by the way, until Jayson went off with 17 in the third. Anyway, they got through it, and now they're going to have the fun of going up against a team that has treated them like little brothers all year. So we'll see how that goes.
Are you in with me on Tatum now? Of like, when I say Hall of Famer, do you say
he's on a trajectory? He's on a trajectory.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Oh, I don't.
I mean,
absolutely.
He's
building a nice resume. There's no question.
3 50-point games this season, Bob.
I keep going. He's 23.
Yeah.
Larry turned 23 on December 7th, 1979, his rookie year. It's a different world now.
Yeah, it is.
So, yep. Oh man, he's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Yes, so I would be the first to support.
So I went to the game. I took my wife to the game, and she had the line of the night. There's only about 10. I don't even know what the percentage was.
Yeah,
in the building.
Yeah,
it's going to change obviously here soon, but it's barren. I mean, completely barren in there. So she looked at it. I think it was midway through the first quarter, and she's like, it feels more like a Boston College game in here.
Ooh.
I know. Oh. True.
Ooh.
Right? I know. It was
I'm not sure I can recover from that one.
She didn't want me to tweet it, but I tweeted it anyway. It was too good.
Wow. No, but what else did we learn from the game?
You know what? Here's my question to you. All right, going forward in this Brooklyn series now, do you just force feed the young guys and try to find out what you have with Aaron Nesmith? Like,
I love that.
Right. Do you just say, you know what? We are not going to win this series, but we want to know whether we got a dude that we can build around and Aaron Nesmith and just get him, kind of like they did. Hey, he's not Jayson Tatum, but like got those guys playoff experience when they were young. And I think it helped them.
Yes, I think that's a very good premise. And nobody's going to say out loud, we know we're not winning this series, but no, I like that very much because I want to see more of him. I'm becoming a believer. How are you on Langford?
No, forget about him.
I just asking.
I'm done. I'm done with Romeo Langford, and I like the kid, and I'm rooting for the kid to stay healthy, but he's never healthy. Even when he's out in the court, he's just okay. I give the minutes to Nesmith. The problem is, again, the second unit, they just don't have enough there. Without Jaylen Brown now, they don't have enough on the second unit. And by the way, your boy Marcus Smart, I love him to death, but like enough with the shooting the threes. Like it's enough. If you're not making the first couple, Brad has to tell Marcus Smart, like there's got to be a Marcus Smart rule, right? If you make your first one, yes, you can take 5, 6, 7 for the game. If you're 0 for your first 3, you can't take another damn 3. It's over. It's over. He's got no feel for when to take him and when not to take him.
I wish I could argue against
him.
I can't in that regard. I have to fall back on my, he does stuff that doesn't show up in the box score, blah, blah, blah. Does stuff
I get it.
There's nobody like him, blah, 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 and all that. But then again, there is this little tangible problem we have that you just alluded to. I know. It would, so he's going to have to play at his very best to give them any kind. Look, I just want to win a game, Jeff. I'm serious. A game. I think a game salvages their dignity. I want to win a game.
Is there anything worse than if Kyrie Irving sweeps the Boston Celtics? Seriously. Will there be anything worse this season?
Hard to come up with anything that would be more of a sting. I agree.
How unlikable? Okay, here's my question to you. Of all the unlikable teams you've covered in your career, and you've covered plenty, where does this team fit with Kyrie, KD, and James Harden?
They're right now, we haven't seen them together enough to hate them as much as they deserve to be hated.
Right. Yeah,
So the gold standard remains the 76er team with Will Be Free, George McGinnis, and Jelly Bean. The daddy of, for people who don't know, Kobe's dad, Joe Jelly Bean Bryant, was an annoying player. By the way, did you know that Kobe's middle name is Bean?
I did. Yes, I did.
And that's what it comes from.
Yep.
From Dad Jelly Bean, his dad. Anyway, that team was a.
I did like Will Be Free jacking every shot.
I did say at the time, I'm not sure I would. Now I'm just re-quoting myself. So I don't. We live in a different time of sensitivity.
Yeah.
A lot of things were said and written and that wouldn't be passing muster today. But you can find it. I did say that if that team had succeeded in winning the NBA title by beating the Trailblazers in 1977, it would have been as if Hitler had succeeded in invading England in 1950.
Oh my goodness.
That's how far I went.
Whoa.
Yeah, I said that. That was the young impetuous me.
I guess so. That's unbelievable. All right. So Celtics, if they win a game, it's a success. We've talked about moves to be made, and we'll have plenty of time to talk more about moves to be made in the offseason, so we won't go too much into it. But is there anything that you need to see in terms of more stability or Brad Stevens feeling better about him coming back next season, which he will be back? He will be back because, again, like we talked about, he makes probably too much money for them to make a move on him anyway.
The thing is, he alludes to the fact that they hadn't defended the way they could and should. And the open question is what is it? Why were they? I know our friend Dan Shaughnessy's always talking about they feel that he thinks they have an entitlement feeling of they have never, they haven't done anything. Well, they have gone to the finals, Eastern Conference Finals, but they have an entitlement mentality. I don't know, but there's no. I'll come back to the number of games, whatever the number was. I heard it was 39. Whatever, I don't care if it's 19, but the number of times that they were at a double-digit deficit this year is inexcusable.
Right.
Period.
And they need better leadership, Bob.
Somebody's got
better
to
leadership.
That doesn't that fall on Brad to a degree?
Oh, it does. It does. And again, it's why I wanted to bring him in, a PJ Tucker type.
Yeah.
Like, I think they desperately need that for next season. Somebody that's going to run that locker room. And, even like last night, I heard somebody said like LeBron, wasn't playing well in the first half. And I think it was Jared Dudley and somebody else kind of got into him a little bit in the first half. And I don't know what they said, but, even a Jared Dudley type, somebody like that who's unafraid to get up into Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. That's probably what they need as much as anything else.
Yeah, well, they do, because there's no way. They're still talented and they are an achiever, and they are, to me, the most disappointing team in the league, and based on expectation. And I know they've had COVID and they've had injuries, but who hasn't?
Next week we'll probably be talking about the series that was for the Boston Celtics at this time. So come back next week. Ryan and Goodman, CLNS Media, The Garden Report.
Hi guys, Cedric Maxwell here. I want to take a minute to tell you about Marigold Medical. I'm used to keeping my body in great shape, but with arthritis, even the most simple everyday tasks became unbearable. As soon as I called Marigold Medical, I knew I was in good hands. No drugs, no surgery, just an experienced team of caring professionals that wanted to get me back to doing the things I love. Make the call to Marigold Medical and get back to pain-free life.